Hello there. I just wanted to continue some of my thoughts on the cardinal archetypes in the element system that we've been looking at. As I said before, the cardinal archetypes are the magician, the enchantress, the jester, and Mother Nature. And before I was focusing on this sense of them as sources of the elemental energy and the way those elemental energies can seem to irrigate the other archetypes, and how their energy is actually used to support all of the archetypes for them to actually manifest in our lives. I wanted to focus here, though, again on the question of what the cardinals can mean to us and how that can work in our lives. And what really strikes me as important is the sense of the triads, which I think is actually an important thing. Now, the triads are patterns of archetypes, and they involve a cardinal in relationship to two quadrant archetypes which support it, and these form equilateral triangles around the circle. So, for instance, the enchantress forms a triad with the sage and the warrior. The magician forms a triad with the actress and the hearth priestess. Mother Nature forms a triad with the patriarch and the fool, and the jester forms a triad with the matriarch and the child. And these form very nice patterns. They all share a second element. For instance, the magician's triad all have air second. All have fire second. The Mother Nature's triad all have water second. The enchantress's triad all have all have earth second, and the jester's triad all have air second. So they form these patterns. And the thing is that the cardinal archetypes are very powerful. They're very powerful archetypes, and whereas with the quadrant archetypes, it just takes one other quadrant archetype to kind of affirm them and help them out. For instance, the sage and the warrior, or the child and the matriarch. With the cardinals, it takes two to do it. And you'll see that the two that help it are themselves in a supportive relationship with each other. I think this is probably something to look at as well. So when you see somebody who has, very magician-like qualities, look to what's happening with the energies of the actress and the hearth priestess, for instance, or with Mother Nature. If somebody's in a very Mother Nature state and seems to be very Mother Nature-y, look what's happening in terms of the patriarch and the fool energies. And these are good things to look at, because they definitely form part of the picture. Another thing to think about here is that if you bear in mind that there are these very supportive relationships between cardinals of the same sex. So, for instance, the enchantress really is supported by Mother Nature and vice versa, and the magician is really supported by the jester and vice versa. So if you bring in those triads as well, you see that what you get is two sets of hexagrams, essentially, and you get a feminine hexagram, if you like, which you may note is primarily masculine archetypes of the quadrants, but has feminine cardinals, and you get a masculine hexagram, if you like, which is primarily feminine quadrant archetypes, but also includes the masculine cardinal. So these are two more patterns to look at, because you do find that when things are really working well, earth and water are going to be supporting each other, and fire and air are going to be supporting each other. So those are things to look at as well, and maybe meditate on and consider. So I hope that's interesting, and speak to you soon.